Thanks a lot for that, Curtis. Republican gubernatorial candidate Greg Gianforte is unveiling his economic blueprint for the state, what he's calling his Montana comeback plan. He and running mate Kristen Juris have been on a 4-day tour presenting the plan and ended Friday with stops in Great Falls, Butte, and Helena. MTN chief political reporter Mike Dennison spoke to Gianforte in Helena and files this report.
Gianforte this week distributed copies of the 12-page document, which he said came from ideas that Montanans have submitted to him during the campaign. The Bozeman businessman called the plan a starting point, and that much work needs to be done to rebuild the state economy in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Elements of the plan include expanding manufacturing in Montana, making it easier to develop natural resources like coal, oil, gas, and timber, improving Montana's infrastructure, especially rural broadband, which he said is vital to help rural education and telemedicine. He said money for rural broadband likely will come mostly from federal subsidy programs.
Our broadband coverage in Montana is very spotty, in large part because certain recipients of the Universal Service Credit Program have been good stewards of that. In other areas, not so good stewards. I'll continue to use the relationships I've built in Washington to make sure those dollars are effectively spent here.
And he also said that Montana needs to overhaul what he called an anti-competitive tax code, saying income and property taxes are high and that the business equipment tax is burdensome. When asked how to finance those tax cuts, here's what he said.
The first thing we need to do is get our economy open back up. This coronavirus has thrown us a curveball, so that's job number one. And then we just need to hold the line on new spending. And any surplus that's generated above that, I'm committed, no new taxes, no sales tax. Any surplus will be used to reduce property taxes and income tax.
Gianforte's opponent, Democrat Mike Cooney, claims that the Republicans' tax plan is really just a prescription for implementing a statewide sales tax. Reporting from Helena, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Now, Gianforte said his plan would be a departure from policies in place during 6 years of Democratic governors.